14-13 is our score. The South on top as we roll through our halftime. CTV Sports is a presentation of Community Television of Santa Cruz County, a nonprofit membership organization serving county residents by providing education and tools to access media. Find out more by visiting communitytv.org. The Lions Senior Bowl is presented by the Santa Cruz Host Lions Club, and all proceeds benefit Lions programs that support hearing and sight conservation, as well as the development of our community's youth. Get involved at santacruzlions.org. This CTV presentation of the Lions Senior Bowl is made possible in part by the generous support of Cruzio Internet, Santa Cruz County's largest independent internet service provider, offering high-speed wireless internet, co-location data center, flexible workspaces with 10 gigabytes of fiber internet. Details online at cruzio.com. Also by Independent Rentals, offering dependable truck, van, and trailer rentals for over 10 years. Customer satisfaction, very important at Independent Rental, and they prove it every day. On the web at independentrentalco.com. And Coastal RV, serving Santa Cruz County for over 20 years with a professional and friendly staff. Visit them online at coastalservice.net. Coastal RV, we come to you.
And let's take a look at our first half scoring. First play of the game, Zach Newberry for the North hooks up with teammate Nick Gorman, and that's right the first play of the game. Bubba Trumbull holding nothing back. This would lead to a 1-yard scoring run by another Cougar, Nick Lippard. Lippard would put it in for the first score of the game, and they would go up 7-0 North. And now on the south side, Josiah Brown from Aptos. He hits up with a 13-yard touchdown pass to Monte Vista's David Brannon. Extra point would be good, and that would be a tie score. Now, ensuing drive, Newberry gets picked off by Watsonville's Mitchell Guzman. Guzman with the nice pick right there. And again, that combination we saw just a few plays ago. Josiah Brown finds David Branham wide open in the end zone for the second connection between that combo. And then right before the end of the first half, Zach Newberry from San Lorenzo Valley hooks up with his teammate Nick Gorman. And that's with 1 second left in the second quarter. And we're missed extra point. 14-13 is our score at halftime.
And as we get things started here with the second half, the South will receive the second half kickoff. They deferred the opening coin toss, and they'll get things started here. As you can see, the NBL final standings, the three teams, Monte Vista Christian, Watsonville, and Pajaro Valley. Johnny, rebuilding years for Watsonville and PV, but this Monte Vista Christian team, a lot of great juniors. Next year, they're going to be something special. Quarterback returning, 3 really good position players.
They're building a program out in Monte Vista, and I think you're going to see success just like Coach Ron Myers had when he ran into a league title for the Mustangs.
And on the other side for the SCCAL, San Lorenzo Valley just with a tremendous year. But it's going to be Aptos that I think is a team that everyone's going to have to listen to. Johnny, you talked about Coach Randy Blankenship and what he did as a first-year coach. He's going to have a lot to really live up for because I think he's made such a statement this year. People are going to expect big things at Aptos in 2011.
Well, the Cougars have come back after being overshadowed by the Falcons for the last couple of years. Look for the Falcons program to rebound. So you have Aptos, the Falcons, and the Cougars going at it.
Here's Zach Cicito. Gets the kickoff from the 12, and he'll bust forward across the 30 to the 31-yard line, where the South will take over 1st and 10.
So a lot of highlights there in that first half, Edmund. That was nice.
John Pengelly joining me. I'm Edmund Skurich. CTV sports presentation of the 5th annual Lions Senior Bowl. And we're here at Cabrillo College in Aptos, California. The South on top, 14-13 as we get things underway here in the second half. And once again, it'll be Josiah Brown and that running combination of Brentlinger and Cicito. And here's the delayed handoff to Cicito, and he gets across the 35-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 3 on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd and 7.
So again, Coach Gregorio wanting to feature his running back, Zach Cicito, 21 touchdowns here. Josiah Brown had a great first half, and there's Cicito running. Nice wrap up there by the North. Cicito just itching to bust one open in this half, Edmund.
So 2nd and long, and Cecito will get the handoff again, and he fights forward across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Good pickup by Cecito of 6, and it'll bring up 3rd and short.
I mean, Cecito getting his share of the ball in this thing, except the big scores are coming with the Monte Vista Christian receiver, David Branham, who's having an outstanding game.
And into the ball game comes number 9, Miguel Sanchez out of Pajaro High School. He will be the running back as Cecito takes a breather. And it's going to be the inside handoff to Brentlinger, and he's going to get the 1st down.
Well, they love to highlight Brett in that Aptos offense. They love to highlight Brentlinger running straight up the gut of that defense. And he's a nice-sized kid. Look at the way he stands above everybody else as a running back.
So 1st down for the South, pardon me, 1st down for the South at the 44-yard line, 10:40 here in the 3rd quarter. 14-13 is our score, and it's been a very productive, great first half on the play. And the inside handoff now is given to Brentlinger, and he fights across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. And that'll bring a short pickup of 2, and it'll bring up 2nd down and a long 8.
Russell Parker.
Ten minutes and rolling here in the 3rd quarter. And the South keeping the plays on the ground, and once again, this is a give to Cecito. Good broken tackle. He's going to cut back across. He's got some running room across the 40 to the 20. Cecito's going to be driven out by probably the only man that can catch him, and that was Javier Jones. But what a pickup on the play. Approximately 35 yards as Cecito gets down inside the 15-yard line, and they are going to call it right at the 13. Go ahead,
there
Johnny.
it is. 2 guys had an opportunity, but then Cecito reverses direction, and you just knew he was going to do this in the 2nd half at some point. A nice 35-yard game by number 1, St. Francis Shark, Zach Cecito.
They're going to call it a gain of 38 on the play. So at the 13-yard line, come the South, looking to punch in once again. Here's the inside give to Brentlinger, and he moves the pile forward to about the 12-yard line.
You know, Edmund, a lot of these South players going both ways out there. I know the St. Francis guys of Canego, Sifke, Garrett, Martin, they're doing a little both ways, offense and defense. So can they sustain this pace? Because the time of possession is definitely favoring with the turnover on the interception in the 1st half. Definitely got to swing the South's way.
2nd and 8. Max Crowley comes into the ball game, and he, as well as number 9, Miguel Sanchez, the I combination for the South. And the inside handoff is given to Crowley. Crowley busts forward. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown for the South. Great individual effort by Max Crowley. Comes into the ball game, gets the touchdown, and the South now on top 20-13.
Well, that's almost like a redemption touchdown for Crowley, who missed a good portion of the year for the Sharks. So here we go. Crowley, the fullback in here, gets the handoff from
into the end zone.
From Josiah Brown, and just the powerful running. They can't even touch him and bring him down. Crowley missed a good portion of the beginning of the season, but he's come back, and to highlight it with that touchdown run, you couldn't be more happier for the young man.
So here's the extra point by Hunter Gaither, and that kick is up. That kick is good. 21-13 is our score in favor of the South, and they go punching in right away, wasting no time. The big play, though, the 38-yard scamper by Zach Cecito, as he got cut off, reverse field. Just an amazing individual effort.
Yeah, here we go. Let's take another look at Crowley. He gets that handoff, and just the power running, keeping those legs pumping, and he finds pay dirt, hitting the end zone right there, and he's one happy guy. He wants to spike it right there. Come on, Max, give it a spike.
And you know, it's interesting, John, you watch some of these kids, you can tell they still want to play. They don't want to take off the gear.
Right.
They want to keep a season going for as long as they can, and I hope a lot of these kids get this opportunity. Cabrillo College, a great program as well to be able to play at the next level. And John, we've done some Cabrillo games, you and I, and I'll tell you, you know, people may just say, well, it's junior college. They have no idea the jump that you take from high school to a junior college
You have
level.
no idea until you walk on that football field next to these men.
Yeah.
And don't you want to, I think the word junior throws people off because it's the real deal in Coach Garrison's program here at Carl Connolly Stadium. Take a look. If you're interested in playing football, check it out.
Great place to play. 21-13 is our score. 8:56 here in the third quarter.
Edmund, it almost appears that the team with the ball last.
What a great shot looking out at the bay. And John, for the first time, no rain.
No, absolutely. It's actually improving.
I don't see any umbrellas.
No.
That's a good sign.
So this is a good thing.
Number 28, Jones.
So here's the kick, and Rosillo is going to kick it, and it's going to be Jones across the 20, looking for a blocker, and he gets one, and he gets a little bit of running room across the 40. So good job by Javier Jones as he will take the ball across the 42. Well, the North will start out 1st and 10, trailing by 8.
No, and here's that run back, and this is just good running by number 28, Javier Jones. He waits for his blockers right there. He starts running left. He's just missed by Cecito right there, and then he cuts up the field, and for a great run, gets some great field position. Like I was saying, Edmund, it almost feels like the team who has the ball last is going to win this thing.
So here comes Zach Newberry, down by 8. Shotgun formation is going to be the inside handoff to Lippert, and he gets taken down by Max Crowley. Gets across the 45-yard line to the 46, and it'll be a gain of 4.
And they're looking at that, running at that left side with Sebastian Tumbali and Marcos Barrancos. They're going to exercise their options right there and just start pounding the ball in.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
That's number 44, Jose Gutierrez, Watsonville High School grad for the South, as their defense needs to hone in right here, right now. 2nd and 6, here's the give. And this time it's to Minnie. He's got nowhere to go. Great job on the play. Crowley once again. Also coming in to make the hit is Colby Nelson of Monte Vista Christian, and also number 15, Mitchell Guzman. So good gang tackling by the South, Johnny, and they make it a 3rd and long now for Zach Newberry and his offensive crew.
Yeah, they have. If you looked at the highlights from the first half, Evan, you'll see that they were very successful running it to the right side of that offensive line. Again, they're putting themselves into a 3rd and long situation, and that doesn't bode too well with this offensive unit, the way they've kind of hit and missed on 3rd down conversions.
3rd and 6 as Newberry, and it's showing blitz now, is the South, and it looks like we're going to get some movement on the line. They're either going to call the defense, but no, they're going to call it illegal procedure against the North. That'll set them back 5 more yards, and it'll be 3rd now and 11.
Again,
dead ball. We have a false start on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 now.
This officiating crew's done a good job, with the exception of that one that we both thought was a late hit. They've done a good job today.
No, good job. Again, the South in their basic 50 defense with cover 2.
That's all you can really ask for when you only have 4 days to prepare, Johnny. So here's Newberry under pressure. He throws it up for grabs, and it's in and out of the hands. Good job of trying to get a hand on it, but great defense by the South, and it's going to be a punt situation now for the North.
No, Shane McKeithen right there. Look at Shane McKeithen, number 34 of the Watsonville Wildcats, who came in there and busted that play up. You know what's great about this, Edmund? Right after that play, Zach Cecito, who plays for rival St. Francis, runs over there and gives them a high five. And that's what you like to see. Good sportsmanship. You know, they don't like each other during the year.
Except for one day a year.
And that's good. That's what it's all about.
So doing the punt is Bocatelli. He gets an end-over-end kick that's going to bounce out of bounds right at about the 32-yard line. And that's where they will mark it, 1st and 10 for the South.
7:04 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Stephen Arroyo.
South with a 21-13 lead.
7:04 here in the 3rd quarter.
And this drive will
Dakota
begin
Lang.
at the 32-yard line.
My all-name team, Dakota Lang. There's Miguel. There's head coach Joe Gregorio. He's having a good time. He's got his Watsonville Wildcat jacket on. He's got a St. Francis. There's our throwback, Bubba Trumbull.
So here comes the South, 1st and 10 at the 32. Cicito and Brentlinger back as the I formation tandem, and it's going to be the inside handoff to Brentlinger. He'll get right to the 35-yard line, so it'll be a short gain of 3, and it'll bring up 2nd and 7.
No surprises there with Cicito, and for an all-star game, they're sure getting a lot of PT, huh?
They really are. And it's good to see all the young kids, even though they are ready for battle. It's good to see all the young kids because one day they're going to be stepping on this field, John.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw some of the past players in the league here. I'll touch bases with you on that one in a few.
Here's the outside pitch to Cicito, and he gets across the 40, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 2.
Saw some of last year's players for the St. Francis Ball Club last year. Tyler Sombrilo, who went on to Colorado State, and Zach Scourge, who's doing his best trying to walk on at UCLA, former St. Francis Sharks. So here we go, 3rd and 2. This is what you want on short 3rd down opportunities.
And you have such a great runner in Brown, and he's just going to sneak forward and get the 1st down. Good call by Coach Gregorio. 1st down for the South. And with under 6 minutes here in the 3rd quarter, South is moving the chains. You know, and they're winning the battle in the trenches too, John.
Yeah, and that's that left side. There you go, number 57. Good push. Alfred Serrano from Watsonville. Nice push, Alfred.
There we have a young man that's keeping himself dry and
well, he ain't going to get lost on a cloudy night.
1st and 10 for the South. 21-13 is our score. I'm Edmund Skirts with John Pengelly here with CTV Sports. And you got Zach Cicito with a nice spin move getting to the 48-yard line, so a gain of 4.
Always falling forward, that's Cicito. Always falling forward. Check this out. He said at the beginning of the year he gets disappointed when one guy takes him down. He should take 2 or 3. That's his motto. I don't want one person to be able to take me down.
Russell Parker making his share of
2nd and a long 6.
plays for Coach Doug Morris.
I think both teams are executing pretty good for 4 days of practice, Edmund.
Very well. And here's Cicito. John, you make a great point. It just shows you how well these kids have stayed in shape, too.
Yeah.
Because you're really not seeing, especially the backs, they're looking maybe a little bit rusty because of some new plays and trying to simplify the offense. But they certainly aren't looking like they've lost much of a step.
Well, Edmund, and you're not looking at a full, 45-man football roster here. Again, Cicito and Brentlinger, they do not come out of the game. And so they're doing a great job.
Here's the give, Cicito, and he's just stuffed. Big Michael Shuey just met him right at the line along with David Minnie. And Cicito had nowhere to go. He's going to lose about a half a yard. It'll bring up 4th down and a long 3. Should be a punt situation for the South, but we'll see what Coach Gregorio decides to do. And Josiah Brown pleading his case, hoping that coach will go, and it looks like
Josiah, he wants to mix it up.
Ball at the 47-yard line.
Oh, look at that nice couple right there. They got a little isolation.
Alan Cooper bringing in the play, and it's going to be a pass situation, we believe.
Here we go.
With a I formation. And here's the fake handoff. Brown is going to throw. He's got a little room to run. He can get the 1st down if he can get outside of Shuey, and he will. And he's taken out of bounds across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Good footwork by Josiah Brown as he escaped Shuey, was able to get the 1st down for the South.
Now, folks, we talk about what Coach Randy Blankenship's doing over at the Aptos. I'll tell you what, he's doing it because players like Josiah Brown, who steps up after Riggs Powell breaks his foot earlier in the year. They go 3-1-1, and they did it on the legs of Josiah Brown, and that's exactly what they did, because when a football team loses one of their best players and still ends up 3-1-1, you got a good football team over there.
Remaining in 3rd.
And it's led by number 14, your quarterback here for the South, Josiah Brown.
Here's the inside to Brentlinger. He breaks 2 tackles, breaks the 3rd across the 35 to the 32-yard line. Big gain of 10 for Brentlinger, and the South now is just rolling.
Well, what you're seeing is what the Aptos Mariners have done all year long. Josiah Brown taking it on his own and also handing it to big number 42. I like to call him Eric Dickerson, Josiah Brown, and Justin Brentlinger. Hey, JB, Team JB.
I like that. Very nice.
Follow me. Stay with me.
I'm telling you.
Stay with me.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Team JB.
3:22 here in the 3rd quarter. 21-13 is our score in favor of the South, and they're knocking on the door once again. And it looks like Both quarterback
He's going, you run
and
banana.
running back
Run banana.
might just do a little option play of their own. And here's Brown on the keeper. He gets to the outside. It's going to be a forward pitch. It looked like anyway, but no flag on the play. It looked to be a forward pitch.
Miguel Sanchez is going. He's going, Josiah, let me run with it. Josiah, check this out, folks. Miguel Sanchez wants this ball so bad. Please, give it to me. Give it to me. How about now?
So a first down on the play as Sanchez on the pitch gets to the 21-yard line, just outside of the 20.
And just the time of possession, the minutes just getting melted away here by the South offense.
Here's Cicito, and he's going to skip outside. He breaks the tackle but gets tripped up. Nice job on the play by number 23. And, John, you've called his name a couple times today, and that's Ryle Strong. He's done a good job of tripping up Cicito, who loves to skip outside if he can.
Right, one-on-one with Zach Cicito. Are you kidding me? You better go for those ankles.
And that's exactly how Cicito tackles, too.
Yeah, absolutely. You're exactly right there, Ed.
To the winning team at midfield at the end of the game. So at the end of today's ball game, stick around for that presentation. The game director, Debbie Johnston.
2nd and 8 at the ball spot on the 18-yard line. Here's the pitch to Cicito. Again, he's trying to get outside. He cuts back in, gets across the 15, dives forward to about the 12. So a gain of 6, and it will bring 3rd down and a short 2.
And Edmund, that's what you were talking about. Instead of running wide all the time, planting that outside foot and cutting inside, and this is exactly what Zach Cicito does. He cuts it up the field, and he gets another 7 to 8 yards, and he falls forward, as all good running backs do.
And folks, we talk about Santa Cruz County bragging rights. There's also a beautiful trophy that's going to be given to the winning team. Debbie Johnson, the chairperson of the Lions Senior Bowl football game, she will be out at the end of the game to present the trophy to the winning squad. And at this point, the South continues to impress as it's a first down on the play. So now 1st and goal, and the South looking to once again start a knocking.
Again, the reason why the South is having such success is number 52 and number 55. Garrett Martin, Jacob Sifke, throwing number 54, Stephen Kanega. That whole unit has worked together the entire season for the St. Francis Sharks.
So it's a pitch, but it's in and out of the hands of Brown. It looks like he did recover, but what great penetration off the corners, John, by the North. They didn't give Brown a chance to even go anywhere with it.
No, here it is. Josiah Brown was going to do the option play to Cicito, and it was read really nice. Good stop right there by number 35, Matt Dietz from Santa Cruz. I remember his name this year, old Matty D. Number 35 for the Santa Cruz Cardinals. Great year by Dietz.
We're under a minute to play.
Just under a minute here in the 3rd quarter. And it's 2nd down and goal for the South. And the fake handoff. Brown's going to look to pass. He's under pressure. He tries to go. He's got nowhere to go. This time they did a good job of containment. Sucked him back into the middle, this North defense, John. And I tell you, that's exactly the play they wanted. Now it brings up 4th and goal.
They're finally stepping it up right there, and they finally get a stop because they were in that perfect position to hit up for a pass with Dave Branham to get that 3rd connection. Now here we go. It's what a quick quarter that was, Edmund.
Very much so. 19 seconds.
Goodness.
This will be the last play of the quarter. My correction, it's 3rd down and goal.
3rd and goal, so look for Branham right here. I mean, they've connected twice right now.
Back-to-back losses by the last 2 plays. So here's the pitch, and they just can't hold on to it. And this time it's Cicito. And, John, unfortunately, they have put themselves out of field goal range now, too.
Right.
It was going to be a pitch pass, and Cicito just couldn't hold on to it.
They have got to go back to the sideline. Unfortunately, these guys don't come out of the game. They're playing both ways, but maybe we'll take a look at it. You're watching CTV Sports here on the 2010 Lions Senior Bowl.